Let's go, let's go, let's go. Common Grounds, baby. Once again, we back. And we definitely got a very, very special one, man. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it. Y'all know how we do. First thing you need to do, go to that subscriber, hit the like button, subscriber button. We on all platforms.
Free.
Everyone. It is free to do. It don't cost nothing. You already know. I know y'all can see we got a great one, so we're going to get right to it. Let's get it.
And Philly G, thank you for tuning in for Common Ground Podcast 22.
22 Murdoch. Like to welcome my guests. Appreciate you for coming in.
All right.
Sure.
No problem.
Whoop-de-whoop. Thanks a lot, Joe.
Right.
It'll be a great show today.
That's right.
And that's all y'all get from him. Y'all know how I do, man. But we got one of the greatest comedians and one of the greatest brothers. Definitely rising. He doing big things, man. That's why we got him here. And we really happy that he can bless us with his presence, man. Let's give it up for the one and only Joe the Boss, baby.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, thank you. I appreciate it.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Glad
being
to have
here,
you on.
man. Thank you.
I got you. I go upstairs, I lay on the bed. She come up with this fucking hot ass baby oil like this and Diddy house or something. I don't know what the fuck is going on. She burning me. She just massaging my back, right? So the shit is feeling good. It's massaging my back. And about 3 minutes into this massage, I hear this shit just humming, going up and down my back. Just I said, damn, that shit feel good, babe. I tried to turn and look, but she pushed my head back. I'm like, damn, this shit.
So, Joe, man, listen, you're doing big things, man, everything, man. So we want to ask you, before all this got started, right, what was you doing, Joe? Let's go back to the teenager, about 16.
Man.
Before comedy, before all this even got in your rear view, what was Joe the Boss doing?
Joe the Boss was always been a hustler.
Okay.
Always been. I was big on hip hop back in the day, and it's funny how I actually even was put on just a comedy alone. So I always was like rolling with my big brother, right? My big brother, rest in peace to my brother Dooley.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Man, listen, he was in the reserves, right? And he would go away every, like, you know, in the reserves, you would go away every other month or something like that. And he had a Eddie Bauer box full of hip hop tapes, man. I would sneak in his room and grab these tapes and listen to Kwame and Big Daddy Kane and Slick Rick. And I always been a short dude, like, man, you short. Like, they tall. I think that's why they got us on this side. It's like size order in this
Small side of it.
It's like size order. I feel like I'm in school again. So I was
like I'm in school again.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, go ahead, Raymond and Joe. Y'all sit next to each other.
Oh,
Man, so listen, so my brother would have these tapes, and I would go into his room when he went away, right?
Okay.
And he had a stool in his room. And the stool was, you know how the stools had a little wobbly shit.
Oh, yeah.
So he would put the box up in top of his closet. I go in his closet, I open the joint up, I grab the stool because I'm short, I can't reach to the top of the closet, right? So I want to grab the music and everything, as I'm going to rock out, listen to hip hop all weekend long. Grab the box, man, the stool wobbly, I fell, everything, all the tapes came out all over the place, right? And there's one tape sitting on my chest, right? And I look up because my head is hurting and shit, right? I look up, I grab this tape that's on my chest, and it's Richard Pryor live in concert.
Okay.
And from that moment on, man, it was like, what the heck? I was in like 5th, 6th grade, man, going to school, like just repeating Richard Pryor, man. Like, and it was crazy because the kids ain't know what the hell I was talking about.
Right.
Yeah, out of all people, man, Richard Pryor was my
right.
introduction to comedy. Like, I listened to that tape over and over, man, like front to back. And then I had, I would put it back, and I accidentally popped one, and I had to go replace it. I had to go all the way down, I think downtown. I saved some money up and shit for my brother got back in town and had to replace it because I listened to it so much, man. Like, that's just an icon of comedy right there. And just to start off at 6, I was in like the 6th grade, listening to that, man, it's crazy, man.
Right.
It's crazy. So
That's
that's
a
where I
great
got my first tap in a comedy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's definitely a great story.
So I mean, I wanna just off the rip, just in the beginning of the interview.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a top 5. I just want to throw you off. Comedics, like your top 5.
Dead or
Just off the
alive?
rip. Dead or alive, yes.
Yeah, it don't
Dead
matter.
or alive?
Dead or
All right.
alive, yeah.
It don't matter, right?
I'm gonna start with Richard Pryor.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to Eddie Murphy. I'm gonna go to Martin Lawrence.
There you go.
I'm gonna go to
Always make it.
I'm gonna go to Red Fox.
Okay.
And my 5, it's a toss up. It's a toss up between Chris Rock and Jamie Foxx.
I love it.
Did you
Chris Rock, my guy.
catch Jamie Foxx last special?
I did. It was very good.
Everybody
very
said
good.
I did. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it
Yep,
tonight
I did.
later on.
I did.
Yeah.
It's very emotional. It was just right for what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely getting back into the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, all right. So you put Richard Pryor over Eddie Murphy?
Definitely, because Richard Pryor was like the groundbreaker. I mean, it was catch like, you know, I do my research on comedy, man. Like Flip Wilson, you know, even Mama's Mabley, like they was all before Richard Pryor. But I think when Richard Pryor got into the game, he just like, man, he would control the crowd. I'm talking about storytelling. He was one of the first with the storytelling. It's crazy.
He was kind of like the foundation.
He was the foundation of it, man.
Okay.
He
That was the
definitely was.
blueprint. You know what I mean?
He
Yep.
started a lot of that sketchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yep.
started a lot of that hard, edgy
Hard
comedy.
Comedy, yeah.
That got to be where
Yeah.
Eddie got his from.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, Eddie
Yep.
did say he looked up to Richard Pryor
Oh,
also.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you think about them 5, right? Which one would you think, you know, you put into your work? Like, which one got your kind of style? Which one did you, emulate a little bit?
Probably I would say Eddie Murphy, right?
Okay.
I like Eddie Murphy style because Eddie Murphy, he make his jokes and his jokes is about him, right? And that's what I try to do. I try to make my stuff about me and my family. One, is hard for you to steal it because it's me and I'm stamping it, right? And it's, you know, how Eddie Murphy started with the Raw and he would go and tell the story about, you know what I mean? Well, I got some ice cream. I got some, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's his story. So I like that. I like to kind of go off of being myself and telling my story. You know what I mean? And then it was funny, especially when I know the people that know me, like if I got family members in the crowd and they can relate and know that that's a real story, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that makes it even better.
I mean, I guess that's probably a good way to go because it's easy for you to talk about that.
Right. Yep.
It ain't nothing. You ain't got to put no thought into it.
Nah.
Just you know what I mean,
Not at
easy
all.
to
Not
talk
at all.
about.
Not at all.
What do you feel about so a lot of people, they come in, they could be comedics. I mean, they do stand up, but a lot of comedians become actors and they become movie stars, and then they kind of like push the stand up aside.
Yeah. What happens? I think you just get so busy. You get so busy, caught up in that other, you know, going up that ladder into the movies and into the acting. You kind of, comedy takes time, right? You have to literally sit and write jokes. And if you're doing movies and you got to memorize lines and you got to be over here for this audition and that audition, you really don't have time to sit and come up with material. That's why a lot of guys use ghostwriters. It's like in the rap business, you know what I mean? Comics have
What you think
ghostwriters.
about that? The ghostwriter aspect is far
I don't like
jokes.
it. I mean, you know, I can't say I don't like it because I actually had a couple of, you know, somebody might say like, hey, Joe, man, such and such happened to me, right? Now, I don't look at it as like being a ghostwriter. You might tell me something happened to you, right? I'm going to take that and I'm going to make it funny, right?
Yeah.
Now, somebody just saying, oh, I got this joke for you, use this joke. That's what I don't like. I like to just like, you know.
Right off the page.
Right off the page, just like with Usher joint. You know what I'm saying? When Usher came out with that song, you know what I mean? The one about the baby and everything.
Yeah,
that was
Confessions.
right.
Yeah,
Confessions. That was his homie story. You know, and he took that and made a killing off it. Like the dude ain't say write this down. Right? He said, look, let me tell you what happened to me, man. I had a baby. You know what I mean? I had another baby. So that's all I like.
It's
I mean,
inspiration.
Inspiration. Yeah, I like
made
that.
it his.
Yeah, it made it his. Yep. So
But it wasn't like no word to word. Like I'm just copying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
Yeah.
Do you do any of that?
I if you come and tell me something and I hear it and I'm like, yo, that's funny as hell. Like, you're not saying, Joe, use this joke on stage, but you
might have
just
to
tell me
read
some
it.
stuff.
Right.
Yeah, you tell me some stuff that happened. I'm like, oh, I can use that. Man.
Right.
That's
Ain't
funny.
nothing wrong with that, right?
That's funny. Yeah. Yep.
names involved.
Right. Now you just come in with the paper saying, "Yo, use this joke right here," and then you use this joke right here. Like I'm like, nah, I gotta pass this. I gotta keep it authentic for me.
Right.
You know,
exactly.
I gotta keep it real me and know that I'm putting the sweat and the tears in this.
Yo. Yeah, I'm gonna take it back a little bit. You mentioned you got into it at a young age.
Yeah.
So at that young age and who you listening to, how did your parents and everybody feel about you listening to that? And
I used to have my mom and dad, man, crying. Right?
Okay.
And what happened was I would imitate both of them. When to my dad, I would talk about my mom. and to my mom I would talk about my dad. And they was divorced, so they really ain't know. Like, you know what I mean? So when I go see my mom, I'd be like, Mom, this guy, man, he getting on my last nerves. You know, he act like Bill Cosby. I want to talk to you, son, about the things you keep going. Like, you know what I mean? And my mom would know like that. She's been married to him, so she know. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then I would go to my dad and talk about my mom. Like, this lady, yo, she just lie all the time. She tell stories.
Oh, wow.
And they would just think it was funny. And then my family, like, we would have like dinners and stuff like that, and they just was like, between me and my brother, we was the comic part of the family.
Right.
We was
Okay.
the comic part of the family, so we kept the dinners and the Sunday dinners and the Thanksgivings. You know what I mean?
Right.
We kept it popping. So
Is your
What was
brother
that?
in comedy right now?
no, my brother actually passed away. And
sorry to hear
yeah,
that.
so my brother, he passed away, and my oldest brother, we was all around the house, mourning my brother, and we was just going through a lot around this time,
Right.
and this when I met you and everything, and my oldest brother, man, he would just do the craziest things every day, and like we was going through like divorce and separation from my ladies, and my brother passed away, and my brother, he would go upstairs, get dressed, throw cologne on and everything, and come back downstairs and sit on the couch. And I'm like, what, you got a date with a commercial or something like that? You getting dressed for to go nowhere. And man, and that day I said that to him, he said, man, you are funny. You need to do comedy, man. You need to do comedy. And I think I started comedy probably like 2-3 weeks later.
And that's your older brother?
That's my older brother. Yeah, shout out to my brother Kenny. Yep, I did
Kenny,
comedy, man. From that, cause we was going back and forth, and I just would just make all kind of stuff up. I'd be saying anything, man. Especially when the people calling for the bill collectors.
Yeah.
Oh man, I would kill them when they call me. I'm gonna give them a hell of a time. I'm telling you.
Right.
you
picked the right one.
You picked the right one. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Y'all call me, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So when I used to, he was like, man, you gotta do comedy, man. You funny, and I tried it.
Okay.
Yep.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's how.
Yeah.
That is real great. So, question real quick before we move forward. So, what high school did you attend, Joe?
Abraham Lincoln High School, man.
Okay. I
Yeah.
graduated from Northeast.
Okay, so you know about them 70 bus
I know
rides.
about, for sure.
Yeah, that's
For
where
sure.
that comedy skills was
Right,
was
there you
coming
go.
and playing that.
Okay.
Boy, you
Makes
be
sense now,
Yeah.
yeah.
You be back in that 70 bus,
Yeah.
man. And I'm telling you,
Yeah.
you gotta hold your ground, boy.
better.
You hold your ground.
Yeah,
So
I-
that's where my busing and we be busting on the back of the bus. That's where it came from with that. Man,
Okay.
them long rides, I used to be getting killed, and I give it back to him.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah. Shout out to my homie. I would say shout out to my homie Omar, man. He hit me with this joint one time, man. He said I look like I come from the island on the Tahitian tree bottle. Yo, I was done. I think that's the only thing that shut me down. I ain't have no reply for that. Like, you had to think like,
You got it,
yeah,
homie. You got it.
it is an island on the Tahitian tree bottle. Like, who from that island? You know what I mean? And my complexion, he like, I was done. Yeah.
Okay, so when you first, all right, so now let's move forward. So like G and Whoop D and Murdoch was saying, all right, so you start getting in comedy. So, all right, your brother say you funny and all that. 2 weeks later, you start getting into comedy. When was like your actually first show?
First show? Well, I'm gonna tell him, man. I met you like so.
Right, that's why I said, all right, come on.
Let
Yo,
the
so
people know,
just like
yeah.
I bought the donuts and everything. I actually, man, started selling bootleg movies. Right, I was
Right.
the DVD hustler. Right,
Told you.
so when I was
Shout out Murdoch.
the Africans.
Sure, that's what we do.
Yeah, the Africans ran the city with the wholesale movies.
Right.
So
Yes,
we
they
would
did.
go we would meet up. We would go. They was like in a storage spot, and we go $1 a piece, and you go buy the movies from them wholesale, and we got our bags, and we on the street.
Right.
Well, because that's how it was.
For us, they was.
For us,
That's how much it
wholesalers,
costs,
yeah,
yeah.
For the
that's how we
wholesale,
would do.
They was $1.
Yeah,
Right.
and I locked in with the Africans because they was Muslim, and he would be in this cold ass like storage
joint,
garage joint. You know what I mean?
storage joint.
So I would bring him coffee. I would bring him tea. You know what I mean? It'd be like December. It'd be like January. He in that joint just, you know what I mean?
Snow outside
freezing.
and all that, bro, but
So
people be
I
coming
just,
through.
I just said, yeah, man, hey, listen, man, I brought you some coffee, man, I brought you some tea. Like, come sit in the car with me, get some heat and everything. And that they just start, messing with me more. They start messing with me more, and they brought me into their organization. Like, literally brought me in. Like, showed me that this where you get this from, this where you get that from, this.
Right.
So I opened up my own shop after that.
Okay.
Yep. So I was like the only American that had my own wholesale spot. So like he would come to my spot, and you know what I mean. I'd be doing wholesale movies, and it was this comedian who used to come in. I didn't know he was a comedian at the time. And he would come in with these loud ass shirts and hat, be all crazy, and me and him just be busting on each other. And he was like, "Yo, I'm doing a comedy show." I said, "Man, put me on. Let me get on that show." And he put me on the show, and that's 18 years later.
That's all that. I
18
know.
years
It's
later.
been a while. That's why I said
Yeah.
that's all that. I
Yup.
remember when
started
you started.
from hustling movies, and that's how I met this guy, and then on to the thing like from there.
Well,
Like
I mean, what age was you at?
I was like 30.
30.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually started late in the game on
Right.
comedy. You know what I mean? Like I didn't really think about it. Like I said, it's so crazy because I used to watch Paper Soldiers like every day
That was my shit.
and didn't know who Kevin Hart was.
That's
You know
my
what I mean? I was like, damn. So when I got into the comedy business, I was like, damn. And then when I got that first little like, nice little check, I said, okay, this right here can make something out of this.
Right.
And you know what I mean? It was just, and it's a good feeling on top of that.
What was your first check?
My first check I did 3801. I got like $500. 31 Market Street.
Okay.
I got like 500
What, for 30 minutes? 20
for about 30 minutes. Yep.
Shit, 500.
Yeah, yup.
Okay.
You know, how
Yeah.
did that show go for you?
That show I did horrible on.
Oh, did you?
I did horrible.
So how did you handle that? I mean, how did you handle that?
Right.
It was my first time doing a big crowd like that. I don't know if y'all remember 3801, but they used to open up all the rooms and that. I mean, it had to be like 600-700 people. And I was used to doing bars and stuff like that and little clubs. So when I got in that stage, it was like, oh shit, like this is real. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I held my own, but I didn't do like how I would want to do.
Right.
And from that point on, I just went into the gym. I started working out. I started going to open mics. I started, practicing jokes and getting familiar with being. You ain't gonna do a bar all the time. You know what I mean? You got to
Right.
be able to
Okay,
do
right.
big crowds.
Right,
you know?
right,
So
right.
Now,
I took it.
how was that? Was you like nervous?
I was nervous. Yeah, I was nervous. I'm talking about that's probably that was my first time doing that many people. Cause I did maybe like 10. That was like my maybe 12th show. So I had like 10 shows under my belt, but they was all like little bars. You know what I mean?
I got what you said.
Yeah,
Right.
so they was little bars, and then somebody would say something, I'll be busting on them, and I had little maybe like 10-minute set.
So that wasn't your first time. So is that a factor? Like, as many people in the crowd, like if you got a bigger stage, does that matter?
Yeah, definitely.
You won't
definitely.
think like I mean, to me, I would think like the more intimate, if you got a room full of 40 people. You know what I mean? I feel as though you need to be more funnier there with them than say 20,000 people.
Well, it's harder because you got the more people. That mean everybody not gonna pay attention to you, right? And then you got lights in front of you. You know what I mean? So you
Right.
got the DJ here. Like it was a big situation. And that was my first time doing a big situation where I felt like I didn't do like how I wanted to do. So it was like, oh, like you walk out, you got the lights on you, you know what I mean? And you can't see everybody. So a small show, you can see everybody. But when you're on that stage, and they had the stage and everything, so it was
That's
just
what
like,
I mean. You can, like I said, you go on the big stage, you don't see nobody. It feel like you can you got more people to laugh.
But
I
see,
mean,
the
but-
thing is with comedy, I can't see a facial expression. You know what I'm saying? So it's harder. So I don't know if you
No.
laugh. Right.
Okay,
I don't know if you laughing or not.
Right, okay.
So it's like, I can hear it, but I wanna engage with you. So I can't. I'm up here, and then they, way back there. It was just something new and different for me. Like, oh shit. I'm like, why everybody that far back? Like,
Right.
you know what I mean?
So you rather the smaller crowd?
I'd rather smaller crowds now.
Okay.
Yeah, but I can handle either one now. But I know how to do it. You know what I mean? Before
Right.
I didn't know what to do. So now I know how to
Okay.
go up on stage and grab those people. You know what I mean? I'm gonna grab them. Especially so with comedy, our fan base is 98% women.
Yep.
So my first thing is I'm gonna grab the women first.
Right.
You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
that's smart.
Whether it's something I got on, you know what I mean? Whatever. So I'm gonna make sure I grab the women first and make sure they paying attention.
You know
And
that's
everything else
it's
goes from
crazy that you say that because I never ever thought about going to a comedy. If
Yeah.
it wasn't for my fiance, I would never even thought about going to comedy. I've been to multiple comedy shows just because of her. Like,
Yeah.
she's more of a fan than I am. I think I watch more comedy over her, but to actually go to a show, that was all her. You know what I mean? I never
Yeah,
was like, yo,
it's
you
crazy,
trying to go
man.
see such and such? I never did that.
It's
so.
crazy. I be telling a lot of my homies like, yo, this is where the women is at. Like, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you go to the bar and all that, you got to buy them drinks and drinks. And we all know once you get a woman laughing, I mean,
Oh, yeah,
that's half the
yeah,
battle right there.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's half the battle. So we doing the work for you.
Right,
All
exactly.
you got to do is just show up.
Yeah. That's
it.
Yeah. It's 98% women. That's what we deal with.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so real quick. So you got shows under your belt, you going. So was that, you ever been booed before?
I wasn't even booed. I just ain't do what I wanted to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I wasn't booed. I just felt like
You
they
never been
wasn't.
booed?
I never
Not
been
one
booed.
time.
No.
So far, so
No,
good.
so
You
far,
never
give me
been-
some wood and knock on.
Right, yeah, right. That's why I said so far, so good.
yeah.
You got joined tonight, right?
Yeah, never
Okay.
been booed.
No, that's wonderful.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not. I never been booed, but it's you still can feel a bomb. You know what I mean? You can
Okay.
feel a
I
bomb. You
got
can feel
you.
people not paying attention. Actually, I would rather you boo me than not pay attention to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
I'd rather I know that you listening, but you like, so girl, you know what we going to do? I'm like, yeah, you hear me up here, right? You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Like,
Okay.
I'd rather you boo me. But yeah,
So how do you handle your critics?
it's hard, man. It's hard. Some people, I seen people start comedy and finish comedy in the same day, like literally,
ain't with
because
this shit.
you,
Fuck
yeah,
this.
you go up there and you don't do good, and it's like, oh, that was it for me, and it's like, no, you gotta, it's like you fall off
That's
the
one
horse,
of the
you gotta
reasons I ain't
get
going
back.
there yet. I think that I don't want to do that.
You gotta get back
That's
up
the
on
real
the horse,
drop the
man.
mic. Like,
Yeah,
You don't know until you
I
try.
ain't picking it back up.
You won't know until you try.
You right.
Right.
You right.
You
Yeah.
gotta jump out there.
And I got some stuff written down at that. Yeah, but that's the only reason how you get up there. Yeah, I said that might be my last time. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're not funny for real, nigga.
That's what I did. That's like on my first show.
Whatever, you got to do it.
I didn't have jokes. I just had funny things that happened to me and
Right.
my family.
Yeah,
So I took that 5 minutes I had and talked about my sister. I talked about my mom. I
I'ma
talked
do.
about my dad and my kids, and I made that into a set.
Okay.
But I didn't have jokes actually written down. I just was like, man, listen, I know some funny shit
okay.
happened to me, and I got some funny people in my family, and this is what I'm gonna talk about.
Right.
And that
Anybody
was
ever-
my first show.
Anybody ever get mad at you about your jokes?
Nope.
Family.
Okay, that's good.
Nope.
That's good. That's good.
No. Oh yeah, I do got. I don't know, but it don't matter.
He said, hey, you know what? Hey, whatever. I know you feel.
Yeah. Everybody agree with me, so it's okay. That's my nephew. We call him Peaches, and that's
Oh, shit.
yeah, that's a joke.
Okay.
That's one of my killer joints right there.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
nephew, and his name is Peaches.
Yeah, yeah, y'all got to see that joke. But
yeah,
people
we-
ask me
yeah,
to
we
do
do
that
that.
joke to this day. I ain't even do it in like 3-4 years. And people like they
he
love
get
when I
mad,
do that
right,
joke.
yeah.
Yeah, he get mad. Yeah, he get
Come
mad.
on, cuz.
Yep.
Shout out Peaches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a grown ass man. I'm calling me Peaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a boy named Peaches too.
You know a boy
Oh,
named
man.
Peaches.
Sour Patch Kids.
But man, he know a boy
My
named
sister's son,
Apple.
man. He's Twinkle Toes, man. Yeah, that's his.
Oh man.
What's that? What's that?
Oh, man.
Got to
Go
be
ahead,
more
boo.
careful.
yeah.
You got something?
I'm still everybody shit today. Oopty.
Yeah.
All right. I have a question for you, right? It's comedy and running a comedy club. Well, let's get into that. You got a comedy club.
Right.
Right.
Can you
Shout
tell
out
us
to
a little
that.
bit
Shout
about
out to
that?
that.
I'm gonna let you tell us.
I
Yes.
I'm gonna go back again a little bit, man.
Yes.
You know, I was at Parkside probably about 10 years ago.
Excuse me.
And the Laugh House has been closed maybe
Okay.
about 8 years. No, Laugh House been closed about 12 years now. So about 10 years ago, the Laugh House was still open. I was down Parkside and doing a show, and listen, yo, I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna tell you, we gonna keep it real, right?
Yeah.
So
that's what we do.
The owner's daughter was there, and she used to work the door, and she would be in the Laugh House and everything. And I said, you know, because at the time, I was doing my own shows. And when I say my own shows, I would go to different venues or bars. I would rent out they space, and you know, I would go down there to get my tickets. I sell my tickets because I'm not the one going to wait for somebody to call me.
Right.
I'm put my own show on. I'm put my own
Exactly.
stuff on. You know what I'm
There you
saying?
go.
That's how I started. I say, you know what? When I seen the blueprint. I talked to comedians, shout out to Buck Wild. I seen the blueprint.
Buck Wild,
I
good
said, you know what I
dude.
mean? I'm gonna do the same thing. Like, why not?
Good
You know what I mean?
dude,
I got a
yeah.
couple of hours. I'm gonna go grab this venue. So I was filling up Charlie B's on Broad Street.
Yes, okay.
Hold like 250 people upstairs, right? So I'm like, damn, you know, y'all need to get Joe the Boss down the Laugh House, man. You know, Joe the Boss need it. And she was like, what? And I'll never forget, comedian Spank and this comedian named Sugar Bear walked in. And when I tell you, man, she played the crap out of me. She was like, what? What? Am I being punked? Am I being what? It's a true story. That's why I'm telling. This is a true story. She said, am I being punked? Are you serious? We run a comedy club. Because I was doing a lot of showing bars and clubs and stuff. Said, we don't do bars. And I'm like, damn, you know, you ain't got to do that to me like that. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, like, calm down.
Right.
And from that point on, I say, you know what? I'm going to do my own thing.
There you go.
I'm gonna do my own thing, and I kept working, and then years, you know, 2-3 years later, they closed down.
Right.
We had no black comedy club in the city. You know, we
that's
had
true.
no
Right.
urban club. It was like, you know, so it was just
Punchline don't do it often.
right. So you know, and then when I went down to Punchline, I was going to try to work with them. Shout out to the Punchline folks, but You know, a shot of Henny is like $20.
It is.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, because my cousin do shows down there, the hip hop comic.
Yep. So
Yeah.
it just was like, you know, I want to make it
It is.
affordable, and I traveling all through the country, and I see the setup of comedy clubs, and I'm like, damn, Philly is missing something.
Yep.
Philly misses something, and why I keep going to these places every month. I'm doing shows every month now. Sometimes 2-3 shows in a month here in Philly, and I'm booking this spot and I'm booking that spot, and I'm, you know what I mean, I'm making all these people rich. Like I'm booking this spot.
Yep.
So I said, why do that? And I just had my own spot.
There you go.
Right, no.
And
that's
you know what I
smart.
mean? So actually, in July, my pop passed away in April.
I'm sorry to
and
hear that.
Yeah, thank you, man. And I went to work because I was working a corporate job and everything. Like, you know what I mean? 6-figure corporate job. And I just like, this ain't what I want to do no more. You know what I mean? I quit my job, put my 2 weeks in, and went and opened up my own club. So, and that's what I've been doing.
You're
And
not
it's-
the only one that came here. They making 6 figures and just like, yo, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
And I seen you on the
Yeah, it's
sub.
crazy.
Remember?
Yeah,
Because I was
yeah,
working for the
suit
West
and tie.
End.
Yeah, yup, yeah,
I
that's
seen,
suit
I
and
said,
tie,
yo, what's
man.
up, bro? You good? I'm going to work.
Yeah, yep. It's
I seen him down on the L one day. I was like, you all right? He was like, yeah.
yeah, you want to work,
And you
man.
quit that joint.
I quit it, man. I quit it. Yep. It's sometimes it ain't about the money. It's about having a
Facts.
peace of mind.
Yes, it is.
And it's about doing what you want to do. And I was like,
Right.
my dad didn't get a chance to see me, you know, be a business owner. And so I'm gonna do this. I want to make sure he know, like, you know, I can stop doing comedy tomorrow, and I feel good. You know what I mean? Because I accomplished things that I never thought I would accomplish.
Right.
And just doing comedy alone is like, you know what I mean? I did a 10-city tour. You know what I mean? I did shows 5 days straight, which was crazy. You know what I mean? Like flying to Atlanta, leaving Atlanta, going to Miami, leaving Miami, going to, you know what I mean, Houston, leaving Houston, going to Denver. That's just a dope feeling right there.
yeah,
Like, you
that's
know what I'm
what's up.
saying? So I done
Okay.
things, I'm like, man, listen, comedy has already took me places.
Yeah.
Now it's time to give back. Because I might not be the next Kevin Hart. And I'm cool with that. You know what I
Right.
mean? I might not be
Sound
the
like
next
me,
Cat
right.
Williams. I'm cool with that. But that next Cat Williams and Kevin Hart might come through my club.
I about to say you might be the next Laugh House.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's so I'm cool with that. I'm cool with getting into this platform and then being able to give back to that next person. Like, you know, Marley Cobain, is, you know what I mean? Cats
That's
like that.
what's
It
up.
might be for them to come
Marley.
through
Exactly.
and get on stage
Big
and rock
shout out to Marley
so
and them, too.
That's why I'm doing it. I was like, man, it's just needed. Philly needs it.
So,
You know?
I mean,
That's all.
how long your this spot been open?
I've been open since July. So I'm going on 6
year?
months this year, yep. So I'm going on 6 months.
All right, you making it.
Congratulations, man.
Congratulations, man. Let's clap
Yeah,
that up.
yes,
Y'all
sir.
know
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
clap that up.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
So now you're doing the comedy, you're doing the club, you got it popping. So tell us how you and Malcolm Hill hooked up.
Man, that was probably like my fifth show. You know, it was like he was going around, and the comedian was actually using his joke, and he came to the show because he heard that comedian was using his joke, and he ended up seeing me. And he was like, how the hell is this guy with this beard up here telling these jokes? Like, Ben Latin was out too, you know what I mean? So I was Ben Latin telling jokes, but I had it, but I didn't have it, you know what I mean? So I just needed to be molded, you know? So that's shout out to Malcolm because he saw the potential.
Right.
And was like, all right, so I see what you're doing. He ain't never told me when I was doing bad though. That's the thing I don't like. You know what I mean?
right,
so like
right.
comedians that come up under me now, I'm gonna tell you like, nah, man, yeah, that ain't it. You ain't do good tonight. You know what I mean?
Right, no, right.
Yeah,
That's what
Malcolm
you're
was
supposed
too
to
kind
do.
to me, like, nah. But you know, so yeah, Malcolm put me on, and you know, I always call it the MH School of Comedy. That's the Malcolm Hill School of Comedy. That's what I just
Malcolm.
yeah. So yeah, big shout out to Malcolm, man. Big shout out to him.
Malcolm good dude.
Yeah, good dude. Yup. So.
Shout out Malcolm.
Yeah, and it's not just comedy, but we brothers in real life. You know what I mean?
I see that.
We argue, we
Very
fight. You
good
know what I
brother.
mean?
Yeah,
We
that's how we
fall
is.
out, we get back, but we
Right.
brothers in real life, and that's just, you know what I mean, the thorough part about it. And it's like I said, it's been all love since then, man. Like he just seen me at that show and saw like, okay, he got something. And he be like, every time I talk to him, man, you listening to what I'm saying? I be like, I'm listening. I'm a sponge, so I might not talk a lot, but I'm listening.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, and then when I kick something back to him that he said, he was like, oh, you really do be listening. Yeah, I'm listening to everything. I even listened to the part where Malcolm showed me how to set up a comedy room. That's another reason why I got my club, because he taught me like when you on stage, you want that people to be right up there on you. Like we would go to shows early and we see like promoter ain't got the room set up right. Man, we got to roll our sleeve up. We got like, man, let me show you something to do this. You know what I mean? We got to move these chairs. Like this how your joint should be set up. You know what I mean? Because we want to go up there and be comfortable. Like don't set it up like it's a cabaret. You know what I mean?
Right. I got you right.
So
Right.
people ain't paying attention. They just 8 of them sitting at that big circle table.
Right,
Like they ain't paying attention. to us.
Bottle, they,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You heard what he said?
Yeah.
sucker, nigga. Yeah.
We moved them
Right.
tables,
Could
put
it be
them
like
chairs,
that?
put them
You
chairs
right.
closer to the stage. Yeah, I learned all that from him, man. Yeah.
I gotta come hang with y'all though. Yeah, I'm like
Yeah.
45. I say if I put out 2, but see the way I want to do mine, I always had the vision like I want to do my own show from the rip. So like your club, I would one day once I got all my material right, I knew it. I would make sure somebody did to film it and all that. And I would call all the family out and I would just do a joint, let it get edited and all that, and then shop it around. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's how I always thought that if I was doing that, I would do it right. Cause you just like you said, I would rather be doing movies, right?
Yeah.
So if movies would call me right, I'm just saying that he said that somebody like me, you're right. I wouldn't be really writing down them jokes.
Yeah,
no
it's
more.
too much. Yeah, it's too much to do. Yeah.
I know how I
Before
feel
you-
to be on a part. Yeah, like you
Before
gotta
you
go.
do that, you gotta, you know how, when Martin did his thing,
Yeah.
he did an audition tape. They
Right.
did.
Oh, yeah, you
That's
gotta-
what you gotta do, man.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I gotta put out. You're right.
Don't go out there spending no money first.
No.
First, do that joint at the crib.
Right.
And get your little crowd in the background.
Yeah.
And put you a tape together.
Right, okay.
Before you
Right.
get out
One
there.
thing I tell you, and
do that.
I bet Malcolm will tell you the same thing. Don't invite your friends and your family.
Right.
Right.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
The reason why, you know why I say that?
Why?
Because they gonna laugh regardless.
Right, I got you.
Right?
Right.
So you going to, I see comedians do it all the time. They invite their friends, their family out. Oh man, she's so funny, he's so funny. And then you get booked on a show in Harrisburg.
And then, yeah, the motherfucker like,
So y'all
nigga,
told that same joke.
You don't think your fam is your biggest critic?
no, but some people gotta say
I
you
feel as though
funny.
they the one
No,
that
they-
give you the real.
Yeah, but
They
no,
not
he
gonna
right.
get it real.
He
They
right.
already laughing and happy to see you up on stage.
Right.
So you already funny to them. No matter
No,
what
you
you
right,
up
yeah,
there do,
you
you
right.
already funny.
You
Like,
right.
man, you up there on stage. You can be up
Right.
there not even saying nothing.
Right.
But they just love the fact that you up there. So when you go to a show and they not there and you got to make some people laugh you don't know,
Right.
that's when the challenge come in.
Okay.
I tell all comedians,
Right. I
if
like
you want to
that.
start,
I like that.
don't start with your people. Go
I
go
need
somewhere where nobody don't know you.
Right.
And then by the time your people see you, you're gonna be like,
Right.
okay, yeah, that was worth it.
Okay.
Yeah, you really been working. You got some jokes, you know what I mean? Because your people gonna laugh. They gonna laugh regardless. I know comedians will be on their 10, 15 show and they think they funny. Well, that's just because they family been there every show.
Right,
Like,
right. The day that your mom don't be like, same baby.
yeah. It's different. You get
Hey,
a different
nigga, you ain't
perspective.
funny.
Like,
yeah.
man, ain't nobody laughing. Yeah, because your family ain't here.
Yeah, but you got them people that just they swear they're a comedian because
Right.
throughout school people laughed at them, thought they shit was funny.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? You got that one person in your
Yeah.
family. I could
Yup.
get up there on the stage.
I got a cousin
Yeah,
like
sure
that.
are.
I got a cousin like that. Yup. He
shit ain't
swear
easy.
he's the funniest in his clique. He's the funniest in his clique. They love him. They so mad that I'm doing comedy and he not.
Yeah, but why? Why? Now,
And guess what?
all you gotta do is get up there and
Yeah,
grab
it's
the
a
mic.
different. It's a different feeling getting up there and grabbing that mic.
Right.
My cousin said that.
Different. Yes. yup.
3 minutes. That's all
Different.
you need. 3 minutes.
Now,
Somebody
how
gonna
you
let you
feel
know.
about switching over to movies? Like, do you?
I was-
do
yeah,
your
good-
craft
good shit. I was just about to ask you that.
translate into
Yeah, I actually got a couple of movies under my belt.
Yeah.
So I
seen
I
you
got
in
some
one.
roles and stuff. Yeah, I got Saturday. That's out.
Saturday, I
on
seen you on
Tubi,
Saturday.
So we that's the goal. The goal is to get into the movies. But for me, like I'm always a stand up. So I won't probably never lose the love of being a stand up. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I like Deion Cole right
You're
now.
not just saying that now.
I like the.
No, I like Deion Cole.
If the
Deion Cole's a
movie's
prime
calling you
example.
like that.
Like I said, Deion Cole, a prime example,
example.
right?
I
seen him all
If
the
you
time.
see him, he got some stuff on Netflix right now.
He do.
Average
He's
show,
funny, yes.
he's funny, and he's still out working. You know what I mean? Even when Eddie Murphy was out, like Eddie Murphy only had the 1-2 joints. That's it.
Yeah,
But once they
Delirious and
they get them
Raw,
big
yeah.
movies, it's hard to go back to the
Especially after that
stage.
check.
But
You
I
know,
mean,
I
if
make
you
this.
love it, you love the stage, you can't never leave it.
Right.
Can't leave it.
Yeah, it's like Chris Rock. He went back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but that's
You can go back.
I don't think
I like
Chris Rock
so
comedy is
stop,
that
man.
great.
He had one of the best ones.
He got a different style.
Tambourine was one of the best comedies.
Yeah.
What's the name?
Period. Tambourine.
Bigger and blacker
I think
too.
I
That
seen
was
Yeah,
like,
it
that
was too.
yeah.
But Tambourine was like one of the biggest ones. Period. On top of
What
a
you
lot
think
of
about-
people.
What you think about the Marlon Wayans? I mean, he got a lot flat.
I like Marlon Wayne, but stand up, I don't.
Ain't his foot.
She like.
I think he.
You a comedian, so I'm gonna ask you. So like Mike Epps, even I'm just saying for example, he's not funny to me on stand up. He's funny in movies to me. When I see Mike Epps stand up,
Yeah.
it's like he might say 10 things, I might laugh at one. But on the movies, anything he do, oh that nigga crazy, right? Yeah. So I mean, That's how I look at Marlon Wayans.
Yeah.
But you're a comedian, I don't know.
So for me, like Mike Epps is actually he's probably one of the only comedians that's the same on stage and on in the movies. Like he just
He is.
he just do whatever. Like he's
Yeah,
He's like that's him in real life.
That's real in real life.
exactly. It's really him.
Yeah,
It's
that's
really
in real
him.
life.
Cool.
He's just a silly character guy. Like he's
Okay.
just funny. And now Marlon Wayans, I think Marlon Wayans, the problem with him is the family name is so big.
right.
He got big shoes to fill.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think he's getting there, but he ain't really there yet. Like
He on the second one.
What
He on the third
you
one.
mean?
yeah, he on his way, but he
Stand up wise.
As far as
He get it.
I'm saying
Third one
stand up wise.
The stand up, but movie wise, he there.
Yeah, the movie wise. He got
I mean, who
movies.
is his family and stand up got it though?
Damon.
Yeah, Damon.
Damon.
Yeah, Damon. Yeah,
Damon
yeah.
real funny.
Keenan Ivory Wayans,
I
he had it, but
guarantee you-
Damon funnier than all
I
of them.
guarantee if
yeah.
you pull up Damon Wayans special,
Keenan
it's
is
better
trash.
than a lot of these people's
But
specials.
Damon funny than
So-
all of them.
Damon.
And he shot that probably about 20 years ago.
Keenan trash.
I don't know if I saw
Damon
that.
Wayans
I don't
funnier
think
than
I've
all of
seen
them,
that.
though.
Damon Wayans
That's my
is
check
a beast. Damon Wayans stand up is probably still in the
Keenan
top 5.
is trash.
Yeah.
Keenan
I
Ivory.
got tune in. What's
Trash.
that called?
He said he
You know
trash?
the name of the special?
He
I don't know the
adopted.
name of it.
I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna look that up.
Keenan Ivory, the doctor.
No, he adopted.
Oh, he adopted.
He's adopted.
You say he's not funny?
No, he said he not funny.
Yeah, nah,
He said
nah,
he's
nah.
trash.
Keenan Wayans, he
Low down
adopted.
dirty Shane, nothing.
Yeah, he behind the camera funny. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
Low down
Money
dirty
funny.
Hold on,
Yeah,
wait.
he
You
the-
can't
he the
disrespect.
He adopted. He the oldest.
You can't disrespect the man that put on a whole family.
He put a whole
Yeah,
family.
yeah,
He
he
did.
You can't disrespect the man that put on a whole
Yeah, he
family.
did.
He also co-wrote. He also
they-
co-wrote Raw.
Eric, yeah, I'm about to say him and Robert Townsend.
Him and Robert Townsend.
Yeah, for sure.
They still ain't got the
Paul
same
Mooney.
blood.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot. It's a lot of.
He just was adopted. He just adopted. He the oldest one. He just was adopted first.
I'm telling you, I see a lot of Keenan Wayans out here right now.
Yeah.
Whereas cats who has good material, but they don't have the stage delivery.
Yeah, he
So
don't
like
got none
he
of
can
that.
be saying so. I guess what you take some of the stuff he write. And like he did, he wrote that stuff. Some of the stuff he wrote, he gave it to Eddie Murphy.
Right.
And look what Eddie Murphy did with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He just don't got it because he don't.
Right,
He don't
yeah.
have the look.
Right, he don't.
Yeah, he don't have the look.
He
but
should have gave it to his sister.
Yeah, I thought she would have been
She'd
a
have
beast.
killed
I did
it.
too. If she would have had her own stand up, I
Yeah.
think Kim would have been nice.
Yeah, I think so
I think
too.
yeah. I think
especially for the
Sean
female
would have did
comedians.
good.
I know definitely.
Yo,
yeah.
he's
no,
trash
Sean, he-
too.
No, I ain't gonna
yeah.
lie.
He adopted
Sean,
I think
too.
he's worse than Keenan.
He adopted.
Keenan and
Sean might
Sean
be
is
in the
adopted.
right-
Okay, she didn't show the. Okay,
Yeah, I think he might be in the right
Yeah,
stage
they
with
behind the
Keenan.
scenes.
Okay.
They behind the camera.
Yeah.
Okay, he said they adopted. All right, I get that.
They on the right.
Sean and
They are the
Keenan, I get that,
adopted
'cause I can
family
see
members.
that. Okay.
Yeah,
The
they on the
other
right-
three,
the
the
right-
other three is funny, but them two got to go.
Yeah, adopted.
If it wasn't for the family, they would have had no roles and no movies. I promise you.
Yeah.
They are
That's
trash.
Crazy. All right, big dog. So now listen, it's all on you now. So it's game time. We're gonna play this game with you.
Okay.
So it's the Joe the Boss game.
All right.
So it's all about you. So everything I'm doing and we doing, it's about you. So I'm gonna
Okay.
give you the scenario. You only be able to pick one.
Okay.
That's how that's gonna go. All right. So you the boss. So
All right.
now you are the comedian. So you are the closer. But you only can pick one of these people to open for you. All right, Steve Martin or Robert Williams.
Oh, Robin Williams.
Okay. Why? Let me ask you why before I let them
Talent and
answer.
energy. I like a lot of energy when I'm on stage. And Robin Williams, damn, I'm surprised y'all even know about Robin Williams.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I was
come
about to
on,
ask you that.
I
Yeah, well,
I was about to ask you that.
you don't hear, yeah.
In my
Right.
club, I got pictures of
Oh,
comedians.
Robin. I
Yeah,
thought you said
Robin
Robert.
Williams. Yeah.
I said right.
Robin Williams, yeah.
What's his
I think
name?
you said Robert.
Oh, no.
In my club, I
yeah,
got pictures of
Robin.
comedians when you walk in the door, and he's one of the people on that wall.
Okay.
He's definitely in my top, maybe like 10. Yeah,
So-
him and Jim Carrey.
So you
Like,
got
And
Robin
Steve
Williams
Martin.
and who?
Steve Martin.
yeah.
Yeah, I probably had to go Robin Williams.
Let's go, Marie.
Robin.
Steve Martin.
Okay. Mike.
Ugh. What's that?
Yeah, I'm
music?
going Robin.
Yeah.
20 minutes of crowd work in the special.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
Who-
going
who-
to say
why-
Steve
why-
Martin too.
Why would you go?
I mean,
Why would you go Steve Martin?
Yeah, I was
I
going to say
said
that
Steve
too.
Martin because he's more.
I thought he'd be more funny too.
Yeah, he like silly funny
He's
though.
goofy, right?
Yeah,
To me too.
with him, I see him touching different crowds. I'm
Yeah.
saying?
What you, why would you pick?
I mean, period. I say he more goofy and all that. And then he cheap about a dozen. I got 8 kids. He got 12. I know he funny. You know what I mean? Like, how can if I'm dealing with it, he's super dealing with it. Yeah, he got to have some jokes.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah.
What was your reason? I mean,
Robin Williams, the
Robin.
same, actually the same thing. Like I seen his stand up, and he like Mike said, he covered 20 minutes of just like freestyling.
Yeah, he's very good.
And his energy is crazy.
Okay.
And he just all over the stage funny. Like he got a lot of energy. He's funny.
Yeah, rest in peace, man.
Yeah. Rest in peace to him. Yeah.
All right, so now you gonna open up, but only one of these people can close for you. I
Okay.
kind of now know who you probably gonna say because we have talked now. But you got Paul Mooney or Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor.
Yeah, I already kind of knew that. Now that I heard you say that's one of your favorite.
I don't think that's
Yeah.
even.
Shit, Paul Mooney was good.
Even though
I love
Paul
Paul
Mooney said he helped
real.
Richard Pryor write some of his stuff.
And
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah, for the
Yeah.
movies. Yeah, he did. He did.
And he
Yeah,
did.
he did.
Just for the movie.
And he did.
I mean, no, stand up too. Paul Mooney was behind a lot of
Yeah,
people.
actually
And he
performed
did.
with Paul Mooney too.
Yeah,
he
Paul
was here
Mooney,
at he was here at Comedy on the Waterfront.
Yup, yeah, I missed it.
performed that.
Man,
Yeah.
is that cheating? Because a lot of things came out about I think was Steve Harvey and somebody else stealing jokes.
I mean,
Cat Williams, I think Cat
Yeah,
Williams.
it's a
stole
difference between
he
stealing and helping
he
out.
stole
though.
Mark Kerry joke.
That's a very big thing.
Is it like a no?
It's a big no and it's
Right,
a very
hell
big
no.
thing. Even on level that I'm on right now, it's a very big thing. It's a no, and it's like getting the cheat code on the playing Mario Brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to hurry up and end the game and get to that level, so you got to get the cheat code. And when I say cheat code, what
Right.
they do is they gonna fly down to Atlanta. They gonna hear Mike. He on stage doing his jokes in Atlanta, and they gonna come back to Philly and they gonna tell them the same jokes they heard in Atlanta. And then while they in Philly, they gonna hear you saying your joke, and they gonna go to Atlanta and tell your joke down in Atlanta.
Yeah,
and
that
it's
ain't cool,
like, damn,
right.
it's like, yo, this dude funny as hell. Yeah, because he's doing all the funny people jokes.
Right,
Like, that's
right,
like
right.
funny as
That's
hell.
right.
So that's not
Yeah.
flat. That's not flattery. Like
that's
it's
not
not.
good.
It's called
it's
cut
called
your
stealing.
tires flat. If
Yeah,
I
it's called
see you
stealing.
like, I'm gonna run down.
So look-
I'm gonna run down on a
So
couple
look,
people already.
have you ever dealt with that situation before?
Yes, I dealt with it a few times, and I'm the comedian. I mean, some guys be like, "Oh man, just that." No, I actually
Comedy
confronted.
war.
I confronted 2 comedians here in the city.
nothing wrong with that.
And yeah, I got to because, like I said, when I tell my jokes, it's literally about me. It's about things that I go through. So
Right.
you can't tell me like, "Oh man, our jokes is similar." No, man, listen. That happened to me, or like
Right.
you might have told me a story, and I'm like, nah, like no, but
You don't
that's
even hang with him, right? I
right, you know what I'm
the
saying?
story.
So I take it really personal. So a lot
mean-
of cats don't do it, but like I said, and I'm not doing a cheat code. I might not go on stage. I might not be on every show, but because I'm using my own material.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even care. You say, man, Joe the Boss ain't the funniest in the city, but guess what? I'm using my own material.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
You're not gonna be
I'll
funny
take it
to
what it is.
everybody.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
you know what I mean? There's a lot of guys that's up there, but they up there for a reason.
Now the guys that are up there, like you were saying, they do pay, or they use somebody else to help them write their material. That's something you do, or you pride in.
No, I
went
wouldn't.
off the rip.
I go off the rip, and I don't even like that. I mean, I would prefer you have somebody write your jokes than you just steal somebody's jokes.
Right,
Like,
okay,
right.
right.
You know what I'm saying? I would rather go that route. But when you can't see a dude up there, like, man, that joke funny as hell. And like I said, you in Philly and you seeing a Philly comedian, he killing it, right? And now you go out of town and you go to Florida and you use that same joke in Florida. And now the people in Florida is like, man, he's funny as hell. Like, yeah, because he stole that joke from a funny person. You know what I mean?
seen somebody take they whole set?
I seen a whole set. I seen not a whole set, but I seen like similar jokes, and I seen jokes word for word. I had a dude call me, Joe, go to such and such and pull up on Caroline's, man, you doing your whole joke. And I was sitting there like, wow. And it really got me mad because it was actually a true joke. You know what I'm saying?
You threw your Black Forces on?
Yeah, man, I got on the phone and
Yeah,
called
Nike
dude fast. Like,
Yo, man,
yeah,
this
man,
man
yo.
telling my shit. Right. I
Yeah,
know that's
man.
right.
Like, come on, you killing me.
I know
You
that's
killing
right.
me, man. Yeah, it happens, man. It's bad. It's just sad too.
Who you got? Paul Mooney or Rich?
I'm gonna
Rich
definitely
Pryor?
go Richard. You know what I mean, the rawness. I mean, Mooney was great. He was raw too.
Yeah,
I
Mooney
think
was raw.
he could have been on a bigger stage. Paul Mooney. I don't know what the situation was, but I don't know if it's
His
his
jokes were
managers.
super real,
Yeah, but he
bro.
could have been bigger than
Paul
what
Mooney
he was. I
said
think.
anything out his mouth.
But he still solidified. Everybody
Yeah, he
like
was.
You got to
going for
understand, Paul Mooney, the era they came out of, and the comedy he do. You don't need big stages.
Yeah.
He good where he at. You know what I'm saying? Like, my opinion, I think he good right where he at.
Yeah.
What about you, Wolf D? So who you taking?
I'm taking Paul Mooney.
Who you taking, Murdoch?
Richard Pryor.
Mike?
Mooney.
All right.
I'll say I'm mixed strong right there.
So you definitely is all about you. So
Okay.
you going to the club, man, and you gonna need some security, man. Mm-hmm. So you either got
You got
Ryu.
me?
No, you got Ryu or Ken from Street Fighter.
Man.
Biggie bad.
Why you a kid?
Yeah, I think he bad now. Look, I think he bad now. I don't want either one of them guys. That's what he wants to take out for you. Yeah.
Damn.
You
You
get
can give me
Ryu or
Gooch.
Ken.
You can give me the Gooch from different strokes, man. Like, damn. And I never even seen him. Yeah, I'm gonna take Ryu.
Okay. That's who I thought he probably would pick. Come on, G, who you think?
You don't know you talking about.
Yeah.
No, I definitely know. I played the game. I know what you're talking about. I think don't Ken got two different sides to him?
It's just like a
No, I know.
Ryu the one in the
I'm
white.
saying.
It's Street Fighter. Look.
I'm gonna go Ryu. I'm gonna go Ryu.
Call of Duty?
No,
I'ma go with Ken.
Ken?
Oh, you get
Wolfie.
Oh man,
Ken.
I'm gonna go with Ken.
Yeah, he always. The
Mike.
person you think he gonna go with the opposite. He's so y'all
Yeah,
go this way. I'm gonna go this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ken is the one.
Hadouken Ken. Yeah. Hadouken.
Oh, I need to change mine. Yeah, that's mine. Yeah.
That's why I picked it.
Yeah.
That's Ken.
Yeah, I'm Ken. Yeah, I'm Ken. Yeah.
Ryu was all you get.
Yo, we spent millions in that joint.
Well, yeah.
Lehigh,
Yeah, right.
Somerset,
Yeah,
yeah.
Every Mr.
Arcade.
West store.
Yes, sir.
It's a piece of the arcade.
Yeah.
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 That's what we need, a great
You
one.
gotta go to Dave. You gotta go to Dave
Dave Buster's, yeah, right.
No, they got a joint over Jersey.
real joint, like,
Yeah.
That got
Showboat.
NBA jams, turd, you gotta have all them joints.
Arcades is in the crib.
Yeah, for sure. Because they get to punch old women in the face, rob them, blow their fucking pocketbook off their
Right,
shoulder.
steal their car and all
What
that.
the
Yeah,
fuck
blow
is
their
going on with these guys? Yeah. I seen my son.
Y'all been
I
to
mean, yeah,
y'all been to
that shit-
Barcade?
No.
Nah, I heard of it though. I ain't been down there
drink
yet.
And play all the classic games.
Yeah.
They got all the classic arcade.
All right,
Like
so
Fishtown.
Yeah.
right now they come into your club, man. You are the closer. But these are the people who gonna open for you. Either Mario and Luigi or Flair Flintstone and Barney Rubble.
Man. I'm gonna go Fred
'cause
Flintstone
you
and
gonna
Barney
laugh.
Rebel.
Yeah.
Was Barney his homie?
Yeah, that,
Yeah.
yeah, man. Work,
Yeah.
we running around the whole
Yeah,
town
that was
with
his
him.
right-hand
He
man.
never had no shoes on.
Yeah.
He never had no shoes on.
Yeah.
Who was the first you said?
Mario and Luigi. Yep.
Oh yeah, I think Flintstone. I mean, and,
Yeah, I'm gonna go with them
yeah,
too.
they seem
Yeah.
more funny.
Yeah, more funnier. Right, a little bit more funnier. Let's go.
I'm going Mario and Luigi. They get into more. They got more going on.
Okay.
Definitely. What you say,
Mario
Fred
and Luigi.
Flintstone?
Yeah, Barney.
Definitely going Fred Flintstone.
Yes.
Yeah.
They
Ain't funny
definitely
like
are
that.
funnier than Mario and Luigi.
Yes.
I'm going with them because they had women in the
All that.
like they had ladies.
All that.
Mike.
Yeah, what's it called? Fred and Barney. Yeah, they just talk shit to each other.
Yeah.
All right, for sure. So, because you're a comedian, I got one more comedy for you.
Okay.
And you going to close. But these the two tag teams you can get. You can either get Charlie Murphy and Monique, or you can get Tracy Morgan and Samoa.
Oh, Tracy Morgan and some more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why? Let me ask you why.
Two of the probably most underrated funny comedians that I seen both live, and I'm talking about beast, man. Just a beast. Some more got this joke real fast, man. I swear I must have rewinded. It's on Netflix. She said she seen her girlfriend, and the girlfriend ain't answered the phone. And she texted back like, I'm in a meeting. She like, bitch, I see you in McDonald's. Give me a, she said, I see you in the McDonald's line. Give me a number 2 while you in line, man. You know how people be trying to front like they do shit all the time and don't be doing nothing? Man, yeah, some more. And then Tracy Morgan, the special that he had.
Yeah. When he was on the floor, he was wrestling with the midget.
Yeah, that, man.
Killed me. I was crying too.
Plus old school, you know what I mean? Just the Hustle Man. Like, Hustle Man was funny as hell on Martin. Yeah, I'm going to definitely go with them.
There's some more tell her I'm ugly joke.
I don't
Put
know.
her face in the joint. She put her face in the joint. You see her on the big screen. She's like, yeah, I know I'm ugly.
Oh, man, I ain't
She
see
give you
that.
Now,
joint.
are we talking
Man.
about Beast some more?
No,
No, some more.
No,
she is
the comedian. Nia Long
female
sister.
comedian.
Nia Long got sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I mean, I don't know.
Not ugly at all.
Not at all. From Barja.
Yeah, and she
What
cool. She
playing?
down to earth.
What she playing?
She played one movie.
Friday.
She played in Friday.
Yeah.
Yep.
The second one.
Yeah, she was the other dad.
No.
Oh, yeah,
Girlfriend
yeah,
inside the
yeah,
bar.
yeah.
Police.
Actually,
With
the
big
last
cock
one.
with jizzing on.
Yeah, it was the last Friday.
The last Friday.
Yeah, no.
She was Day
Friday the
dad
next.
girlfriend.
Girlfriend.
Oh, okay,
Christmas
okay,
joint.
okay.
Yeah,
All right, I
Christmas
got you, I
joint,
got
right.
you, okay.
Go with Money Mike. in.
Yeah.
So you said her and who?
Tracy Morgan.
And
then
Tracy
you got
Morgan and
That's
Tracy
crazy.
Charlie Murphy and Monique.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Charlie and Monique.
Charlie Murphy was funny though. I
mean, rest in peace.
Yeah, but I think Charlie is the weak link, so I gotta go with Tracy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Out of all four of
nigga hung
them,
with David Chappelle.
out of all four of them,
He's a weak link.
Yeah,
I got
he's
you,
the
though.
weakest link.
He should have been putting a lot more.
I got you. He ain't Eddie. I got you.
Out of the four, he's the weakest link.
I got you.
Damn.
Come on,
My
Wolfie,
man
what
was
you
funny
think?
as hell.
He said my man Charlie was the weakest link. That's his
that's
opinion.
crazy.
I'm going with Tracy Morgan. I gotta go with them. First of all, I'm going with wherever some more I'm there.
All right, yeah, because she is funny. I give you that.
Some more. It's funny.
Wherever
yeah.
some more at, the same stuff.
Mike,
I'm still recovering from. I love you to the end of the earth, Murdoch, but that hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, Charlie
You know
is
what,
crazy. He ain't get enough. He ain't get enough shine.
Yeah, no, I would want to go see Charlie, but when you got some more and Tracy Morgan, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That made it hard right
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
I
they
got you.
beast, man.
Yeah.
So you just proving my point that Charlie Murphy is the weakest link.
bye bye.
Proving my point.
Yo, but he not
Everybody
though.
heard about it, but
Rest in peace,
he's proving my
Charlie.
point. Out of the four,
I got you.
He is the weakest
But
link.
all right, so I know Tracy get a lot of love. So
Monique is funny too.
what do you love?
What?
What do you love about Tracy though?
Tracy Morgan funny?
Yeah, I'm saying what do you love about Tracy?
I mean, to me, he just funny as shit.
And what?
Whatever he do. When is he not funny?
Right.
That's the easier question to tell me when he's not funny.
And what though?
Yeah.
I'm saying what you love him in.
My opinion, his personality, he attacked them characters and just do something different with them. Like any movie he was in, I don't feel as though you could replace him.
Yeah.
He's one of them characters that's unreplaceable.
Yep. He had a small role in Thin Line Between Love and Hate, man. He killed that role.
Yeah, he did.
Just as the bartender, like him wiping the joint. Like he
Oh,
was
yeah.
just funny. Like
He's noticeable.
yeah, he's
Right.
funny. Yep.
That's part of coming to America.
Yeah. Martin
Yeah.
Martin put him on too.
Martin put him
Yeah,
on.
Martin put him on.
Martin put everybody on.
Yeah, that's
A
my
lot.
man. Well, that's my favorite comedian. So he and my.
They
top
were saying
five.
Jamie Foxx was more like they
Well, I got
comparing
one
it to
for
Martin
him.
Lawrence.
Yeah, I know. Because
After
they had the.
Yeah.
He went
yeah,
wore the same
outfit
level,
and all
yeah, the
that,
same outfit.
yeah.
All right, Joe. So they're gonna put you in the movie, man.
All right. All
So we
right.
either gonna do a movie with Jamie Foxx or Wesley Snipes.
Man.
That's great.
Damn.
That's a tough joint right there. I ain't gonna hold you.
Man, I would have to go Wesley Snipes.
You said who?
Jamie Foxx or Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, I gotta go Wesley Snipes.
What you think, Jay? He said he going Wesley. Yeah, I kinda. Yeah.
It depends.
Yeah, it's really not that easy. Cause
No,
I think
it's not easy. I didn't make them easy.
They both were great actors.
Right.
Both.
I didn't
They
make them
played
easy.
so
Come
many
on.
different roles.
Well,
You doing that movie today?
If it come out today, if it call you
If it
today,
come out today, I'm doing Jamie Foxx with Wesley Snipes. He ain't doing nothing.
that's
So
Blade. How you gonna act like it?
it don't.
That's
Listen,
Nino
if
Brown.
you're telling, if
nigga.
you're talking about you're
I'm
gonna
gonna do a
pick
movie with
that
Nino.
today. You get that call today.
Yeah, today, right?
No, the check ain't even gonna be the same.
No,
Now, see, now for me, listen, I pick Wesley Snipes because I'm gonna shine more with Wesley Snipes.
Exactly. So that's exactly. See, I respect that. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But besides that, you gotta go
I'm gonna
with
shine
Jamie.
more. I'm gonna make sure I shine more with Wesley Snipes.
yeah, I agree with Murdoch. If it's now in the day, it's definitely Jamie Foxx.
Okay.
Shout out to Wesley.
No, Wesley Snipes
I'm
the
gonna
bull.
still go with Wesley
That's a
too.
great actor,
Wesley,
but
yeah.
I'm
Great.
gonna go with
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, now
Mike,
think
what you
about it.
think,
Y'all role's gonna be small.
Right. Or you gonna be extra.
You gonna
for
be
real.
extra.
You gonna be sipping a beer and you ain't gonna never see you again. But I mean, that's
Yeah,
cool too.
yeah.
Mike, who you say? I'm sorry.
Jamie Foxx, I want to see if he'll let me drive his truck.
Oh right, yeah, true, yeah.
I don't think I ever seen Wesley as an extra.
He ain't gonna be
Yeah,
one.
I'm an extra. Yeah.
He was in
character.
two Wild Food.
I mean,
He would
Jamie
never be
Foxx
an
got
extra.
We got extra.
Yeah.
He would never be an extra.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
He did a good job
Alright.
in the Kevin Hart joint.
Yeah,
and
he
he
did.
did a good job in Dolomite.
Dolomite too. No, he killed Coming to America. To me, he was the best person on that joint.
Yeah.
He played the best.
He was.
I mean, but that wasn't saying that much. That movie was
That's what I was about to say.
trash.
That's really not saying nothing.
Yeah, it wasn't.
He
Coming to
was
America
mean
too.
though.
Yeah, that was
Joan was
Yeah.
terrible.
No.
That was a throwaway.
Coming to America
Yeah.
2 was terrible.
Yeah, that was terrible. Yeah,
It wasn't that good. No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
It wasn't.
Wes, hey, Eddie, get us in the movie, please.
Listen.
You have Rick Ross and them. Call us. We
They should have
could.
just went back to New York.
that was terrible.
That's
It's hard.
Listen,
Some
went
joints
back
you
to-
can't,
tell you
you
like
can't
this.
touch. Some joints you can't
Right,
touch
you
like that.
Right.
And that's a
Some
movie.
things don't need a part 2.
Yep.
And I agree with
touch
you
that
on
one.
that.
Yep.
Like that and how high.
Yeah. Oh
Well,
yeah.
yeah, how
you
now?
can't touch
You
that.
know what?
You see how too?
I don't want to see how high. I just want to see how high.
Yeah.
I don't want
Yep.
to see how high you can get. No part 2.
Yo, just like they should have never went back to America.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Belly,
got you
belly
on
too.
that.
Same
but
thing
it
with
was-
belly
it
too.
was- it was good.
I wasn't gonna bring it
Belly
up.
too.
Yeah,
I wasn't
belly
gonna
too.
bring it
Same
up.
thing.
Worse.
Yeah. Some movies you just
Now
can't touch.
they went from ox to a fucking ice cream truck. Like, yeah, one.
Never seen it.
You never seen Belly 2?
The game was in it.
Yeah.
And look,
I think
and don't
they-
see it.
I think they took it off the market with Shazam.
The game was
Like, I
in
don't
it.
even think you can find
Don't want
it
to see it.
Yeah, but don't see it.
You still see it?
It's on like Tubi or something.
Yeah, it's on.
Did y'all see the Shazam?
Yeah, with Shaq.
No, the other one. With,
The animated joint.
no, the
Talking about the game show with,
no, the
with
other
Jamie Foxx?
comedian, light skin dude. What's his name from
They-
ringing a bell, like the
They made another Shazam with somebody else.
What's that?
they threw it on the rug.
Yeah, I
he
bet.
had it before him. What's the light skin dude from that Chris's movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger? Sinbad.
Yeah.
Sinbad did the first Shazam.
Oh, you talking about back then?
Yeah,
back
but
in the
no,
day.
they kind of like
No,
what?
didn't happen.
It-
That's a Mandela effect, Joe.
I knew you
What?
was gonna
What
say
happened?
That never happened.
But he said it. In his interview, he said it.
that. Listen. It's a thing. I ain't gonna get into it.
No, I think I seen it. Actually, I think I seen it.
I'm listening.
They trying to
Well,
say.
Shaq did
No,
it.
you're talking about Kazam. That was real.
Kazam,
yeah.
My bad, Kazam. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Bam.
And then
Yeah, they
Shaq
switched
did it
the
too,
name up.
right?
Yeah, Shaq
And it
did
was
something
called
like that.
No, Shaq did
Shazam.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, but they took that off the market because he was basically the same character as Shaq. They changed the name, but it was the same movie.
Okay.
Yeah, but Sinbad did it first.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Sinbad
but
did
they
do it
do
first.
that. You can't find that movie.
You can find it. It's on VHS.
No, you need to
Yeah,
find
you gotta find it on VHS. If you got the tape, you got the tape.
Right.
Look, why?
Looking for it.
That's a classic.
I need a movie with Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes called me. I'm gonna shine in that movie.
All right,
go,
so
Mike.
now, go ahead. This is the part of the
Yeah, I'm gonna
game.
shine in that movie.
If we had to see you on one of these shows, which show would it be? So would it be Maury or Steve Wilco?
Damn.
If we had
Man.
to see you on one of these shows, it's just a game. We ain't gonna see you either one, but
Shucks. I would, man.
Originated.
In my younger days, I would definitely say Maury.
okay. Yeah, I
my
think that's a
younger
show.
days.
I would say the same thing about me. If anything, would
My
be
young-
probably Maury.
My younger days.
There's no reason for Steve to see me.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but Maury, yeah, I probably.
But Maury not real.
You are the father. It's real. Well, you are not.
You said Maury not real.
Yeah, white call.
Yeah.
Maury Povich, call here.
I don't even remember Steve
Talk to
Wilco.
Murdoch.
Steve is more sophisticated.
Montel real too.
He was back then, yeah, but he was a clown.
No, I was on the Montel. I went on the Montel show. That shit ain't real, bro.
Oh, yeah, none of them real.
He was on the
Yeah.
Montel show.
Don't talk about
In the crowd, yeah.
Yeah, none of them
Maury was
real.
on the Montel.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, in the crowd.
Even
yeah,
the
I was in
judge
the
show's
crowd. We
not
went.
real.
Listen, we went on a class trip to the Montel show.
Damn.
In high school.
I wish I'd have cussed his ass out. He used to get on my nerves screaming at
Nah,
everybody in
them- yeah,
5
them
minutes.
joints-
That's pretty much Hollywood. It's not real.
Right.
place.
Dog, they put signs up, tell you when to quiet. They put, every sign they put up,
Yeah.
tell you when to. They do all that shit, bro.
Oh, the
Yeah. Sign right here.
Yeah, they do all that shit.
It's surprising the stuff that you find out is not real. Like I got a homie down in Virginia named Derek. Me and him been doing shows all up and down the East Coast, right? I turn on TBS and see him on the home remodel joint, and like, this is my wife, and we know how they like take you to the hotel and they redo your house.
Yeah.
Man, that was a whole script.
It is.
That was a whole script. I was like, man, this dude ain't married to her. Like, I know his wife. Yeah, that was a whole script. Show not real at all.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize when every show is scripted.
Yeah.
Every show, even when they say, "Oh, this show is
Live.
real and
Right.
Real Housewives," everything is scripted.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They let you
Right,
wing
right.
something, but they well, don't do that. So
Right, don't
Yeah.
do that. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Come with what's the name?
the only thing that's not scripted is Common Ground Podcast.
That's right.
Say it again, baby. Real
Right,
raw.
Common Ground Podcast.
The notes we
That's what's up.
reading is the notes we Googled. It is not strict.
Or some shit we just thought about.
Yeah, let's get that.
winged it.
This is real.
Yes, sir.
So which one you think, Mike?
Say again?
Maury or Steve Wilco?
Yeah, Maury, because I was on the Maury show. In the crowd.
What? Was you the father or not? No. Your interview coming up. Oh yeah, your interview coming up.
Yes, sir.
He gonna run off the stage and dive on that couch. All I did was ever wanted to move that couch, so somebody can just fall and hit their face. Cause every time they get bad, they just run back there and fall on the couch. That ain't gonna make nothing better.
Yeah,
All right.
crazy shit.
So now you are the boss. So before you come out, man, you're gonna have some little. Music, some entertainment. So you got Drake or J. Cole?
Drake.
Okay. I
Yeah,
got
Drake.
Drake too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm picking. If I
I
gotta
mean,
come to a comedy
yeah,
show,
Speaking
it's
of that, I'm gonna
performance.
go with Drake because
Yeah.
he got
Yeah. Coming out, it gotta be Drake.
Y'all be out. Yeah.
So why y'all picking Drake? Somebody got to give me somebody.
He
Drake-
light skinned to me.
Yeah,
so I'm
no,
cool.
Drake energy is higher
like
to get the
Yeah.
crowd hype. Cole is lyrical,
Yeah,
and
he's-
you have you thinking. I don't
Cole
want
is
my
the
crowd
best
sitting
to
there
me,
thinking
but,
like,
I mean,
I want
for
the crowd to be
sure.
hype. Like, you know what I mean?
Drake.
So we're doing this to bring the people in the building.
Well, that's the entertainment before Joe come out and tell the jokes. So he either get J. Cole or he get Drake.
Nah,
I mean,
because
put
you know
it
why?
that-
Not
put it that way. I go
because you know why? Because the energy is Joe the boss.
Yeah, he real.
So
I'd
if you
rather
give
go
me
with
J.
real.
Cole, if you give me J. Cole for the setup and then Joe the boss, give me J. Cole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That
I'ma
makes
still
no
go
sense.
with
I don't need Drake. If I got Joe the boss, what I need Drake for?
Yeah.
I don't,
understand
Yeah, man, we going to J. Cole. Let's
just-
that.
Yeah. All right.
J. Cole, man.
J. Cole, we got you, nigga. Let's go.
I let Murdoch hype you up. Let Murdoch hype you up. Yeah. Nah, we going to Drake, bro. I'm not even a fan, but we gonna use the
We gonna
music
need
that
both
you
of them.
do.
Mike, what's the deal?
I'm with Murdoch.
Okay.
J. Cole.
Okay.
He changed my perspective about it. You know?
All right, so you got another one now. So you get performers. So you either gonna have Ghostface Killer and Raekwon, or Redman and Method Man.
Oh man, Ghostface, Raekwon. That red tape is I still play that. Yeah.
I mean that purple
Raekwon.
tape.
Yeah, the purple tape.
That
Purple
purple
tape.
tape. Yeah.
Facts.
Purple tape, man.
Do you know who they are, G?
The red tape was Redman.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that purple tape.
so
is
yeah.
Raekwon the
what's
chef.
that? Blackout.
Yeah.
Was that between
Yeah.
both of them, right?
Yeah, Redman Meth. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with them. So I didn't the red tape. That was. I mean, I didn't.
Purple tape,
I
purple
tape, yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
lock in with that. So
Yeah.
Oh man, you gotta get that in your life, man.
Right, yeah, you need that purple
Yeah,
tape.
you need that.
From one to one,
Yep.
all the way
All
done,
the way
bro.
through.
Yeah, that's every
All the way
song,
through.
bro. Yeah, that show you. That tell
So
you
you
about the
going with who?
'90s.
I'm going Red Man.
Yeah, I'm going with them too. Only because the experience and they do so much together. Like they all do stuff together, but I was just gonna take them too because they got so much experience.
Who's the
together.
better lyricist?
Out of all
No,
four,
Red Meth. Who you got, Red or Meth?
Meth a better lyricist. Now hype, I'll say Red, but if we just need somebody to throw down a song and put it down, Red man.
Still,
Or
yeah,
Yeah.
but meth is more, commercial. Red not as commercial as meth. If you be honest.
Red raw.
Okay. He
So
is.
if you looking at it,
Top.
if you looking at it like that, I mean, Red is just not as commercial as Method Man is.
It's crazy that
know what I
they
mean?
linked up together because they a perfect
they do.
1-2 punch.
Right.
Yeah, they
are.
perfect. They perfect together.
Perfect together. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's like Sean and what's the
Yeah.
other one? What's the other one?
Raekwon and Ghostface.
Yeah.
Yeah, Raekwon and Ghostface
I'm
rap
going-
up together.
Yeah, I'm
Perfect
going
together.
with Redman and Meth.
Let's go, Whoop.
Very good question. Very good question.
Appreciate you.
Ponder on it.
I had a conversation with Redman, Meth. I had a conversation with Ghostface and Ray.
Conversate
say-
their ass down here.
I'm gonna say Ghostface and Ray, only because the lyrical content, the music that they put out. Now, if you want to be hyped, then you go with Redman
Right.
and Meth.
Right.
So it depends on the vibe you want. So that's kind of. I ain't gonna pick neither. I ain't gonna pick neither. I'm on the fence with it.
Okay, that's all right. You allow? No.
So you did all that.
Yeah,
You
this-
said all that
you
to
should've
say
picked
neither.
Whoop-dee. Yeah, Mike, your turn, Mike. This
Yes.
is crazy.
Like you said all that.
Security!
You said all that. You gotta sit here and wait.
Get him off this. Get him off this stoop, security.
I'm entitled to my
Mike.
opinion.
Do your thing, baby.
What's your opinion? That's what
My opinion is both.
He need to conversate they butt down here.
Yeah, no, I agree on that. If it's, it just depends on the vibe.
Yeah,
If I
dude.
want hype, I'm going red and meth because it's just gonna be fun. But if I'm out to go like fuck somebody up, it was a wreck.
Shit, fuck somebody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
playing
facts.
out of business.
And we always
Exactly.
we have 3 questions we always ask everybody, Joe. So
Okay.
first one is, like I said, you're gonna get another performer. It'll be Chris Brown or Trey Songz.
Oh shucks. Chris Brown.
Okay.
Chris Brown.
First.
I mean, we always ask all the time. Everybody just
Chris Brown.
I know how to go. Yeah, I got
Okay.
breezy too. Yeah.
All right, well, you don't gotta ask us.
Yeah, I know how y'all feel. Yeah.
Just ask the guests because we answered this
Cool,
last
all the
week.
time. Well, everybody gets
It ain't gonna change.
DMX or Tupac.
Shucks. Man. I'm gonna go DMX.
Why is that?
DMX was just different.
He been winning. I'm a Pac fan.
Different how?
Just his flow was different.
Yeah, he did. He
His
been
energy
winning. Like,
was
you know what I
different.
said? He been winning. I'm a Pac fan. Sorry.
His energy and his flow was just different, right? From the day he came out, his just like the aura of him. Like I get Pop, you know what I mean? But see, I think ain't too many people you can compare DMX to. When DMX jumped on the album, he had the album.
Yes.
I think the only person you can compare it to him is Pac.
It's Pac,
Yeah,
right?
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's Pac, right? But
Okay.
I just think when he was on the album, he made sure you knew that he was on the album. Like I even remember seeing him, you know what I mean, down to Wells Fargo. Killed it, man. Like live.
Yeah, his stage
DMX used to,
performance was
DMX, I don't know if y'all know.
I never seen him live.
He used to do this thing, right? He used to go to the sound people and had them turn his shit all the way up.
All the way.
All the way up. And nobody else did that. So even if Jay was closing, his shit would be so loud. Even Jay said it. He backstage cheers and shit is moving. Like that's like Pac ain't had that. Like DMX go on
Right,
stage,
I got you.
and he shocked the whole room. The whole room is shook. Like shit is like, man, y'all. I mean, like y'all dogs go hurt. Like that shit's crazy.
He come out barking and
He come
growling
out,
first.
yeah,
You don't
his
even see him.
Yeah, I like that. He was always
Yeah.
hype.
Yeah,
Always hype.
Seats be shaking.
So of course they gonna let you do your thing, and then after that, Michael Jackson or Prince.
Oh, MJ.
Okay.
Yeah, MJ. That's where start came from.
Okay.
Everybody started. You had the
Prince was
comb in
bad,
your
too.
hand, or you had the brush in your hand. Everybody
Right.
was Michael Jackson. You know what I mean?
All right, man, great guy, man, wonderful dude. But y'all know how we do. This is the time before we run up out of here, right? You give the world anything you want to say to them, but give them the comedy club, the address, what they need to do, how they need to follow. Give them all that first.
Let them know what you got coming up.
Right,
Man,
what you got coming up, right?
Well, actually,
The
so
show tonight.
show tonight is first Joe the Boss Comedy Lounge, 4445 Griscom Street, right in the northeast section, man, the Frankfurt area. They doing Frankfurt over in that Kensington area. They doing it all over. So I'm in a prime spot right now. So come check it out. $35 drinks and food are included, so you don't have to worry about coming in and spend no extra money. And it's quality shows with good food and drinks. That's what that's what we standing on. And every show so far has been A1 show. January 4th show now is the top of the tier because I got the Philly Kings of Comedy. We making history, right? These guys never been on a show together, and it's crazy. They all been doing comedy here and all over the country, but never actually been on a show together. So from Charles Walden to Denny Live, Tommy Too Smooth, Buck Wild, and to Ray. All performing on one show. Yep. So that's like a Laugh House special right there. Last time they probably was on stage is probably open mic when they was coming up together. You know what I mean? 30-something years ago.
And this gonna be at your spot.
That's at my spot. Yep. So
Tommy Too Smooth
I mean
funny.
that show is crazy. Halfway sold out already, and that's January the 4th. I just wanted to start the new year off with a bang. You know what I mean? Besides that, and I can give y'all something I didn't. Since I'm here, I'm actually going on tour next year as well. You know what I mean?
Okay. Let's
So
talk about it.
yeah, so my tour is called Who's Joe the Boss. Lately, it's like, since I opened the club up, my club is I don't know if y'all know, but there's only 5 black-owned comedy clubs in the country, right? So I'm number 5 now, right?
Okay.
And everybody, Bob Sumner and a lot of people, on social media, they seeing a lot of, advertisement in the club, and everybody, who this Joe the Boss? Who this Joe the Boss? So this is the perfect time to strike. Like, I'm not just only a club owner, but I'm a comedian. right? So I sling these jokes too. So I'm getting on the road, and shout out to my team because the club is still open when I'm away, which is a great thing. You know what I mean? The club ain't closed. Like when I'm on the road on a Friday night or Saturday night or Sunday night, the club is still open. So we still doing shows every Friday night, every Saturday night, and some Sundays as well. So man, that's just a blessing right there. So like I just want to make sure that people understand that it's especially for my comedians, my entertainers, it's a place to call home. That's the main goal.
Oh, and then what would you give like comedics coming up? What would your advice be to people that's trying to get into your field?
Don't stop. Keep working. Stay on stage as much as you can. Also, make sure you look professional. Make sure you're on time. Make sure that you promote. Right? That's the biggest thing now. A lot of comedians, they don't want to promote. They don't want to post a flyer. They don't want to say they're going to be here. You got to promote. You got to have a following. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't have a following, there's really no need. Because I can hold a show down myself, right? I need you to bring people, right? Exactly. That's the whole thing. Like, you want to be able to bring people. There's a promoter in the city by the name of Raymond Anthony. Raymond Anthony puts the biggest shows on in the city. Okay. So he did the Met. He had actually booked me like 3-4 times at the Met. And he does the Keswick show right now. Okay. Right? And one of the things Raymond Anthony does is he don't put you on because you're really funny. He puts you on because you can bring people out. Yeah. Right? So he going to give you a stack of tickets, 50 tickets, 100 tickets, whatever. People want to come see you. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. You got to be able to, and some people get into I don't sell tickets, they ain't my job. It ain't about that. It's about you having a following. Mm-hmm. Like, that was my main goal, is I wanted to make sure you put me on that show. Your people see me on that flyer. Sell tickets. Right. Well, it's to promote. It's promote yourself. Mm-hmm. That's the thing.
Right.
You're on the flyer.
You're on the flyer.
You're on the flyer. So you should want to promote yourself. And
Wow.
that's the thing. That's what the advice I give them. Promote yourself. Always. I'll throw that flyer up 100 times a day if I need to. Because internet ain't just Philadelphia.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People all over the world is looking at that flyer
That's
now.
right.
So that's why the title of my tour coming up is Who's Joe the Boss? Because I want everybody to know who Joe the Boss is.
Well, we do.
Yeah.
So let me.
Right on the camera. Who's Joe the Boss? Tell them who Joe the Boss is.
Man, Joe the Boss is a stand-up guy, man. He's a stand-up guy, not just a stand-up comedian, but a stand-up guy who really believes in himself. I believe in looking out for people. You know, I believe in the structure of community and building, you know. So, like, I like to build with anybody. Anybody want to come up and work with me, like, I'm there for it because that's what it's about.
So we never did this on the show. So you're a comedian, right? Mm-hmm. And we do reels. So if you was to real quick, give us like 10 seconds, 15 seconds of a good reel of a couple jokes that you give us. You know what I mean? So we can come out with a great reel of Joe the Boss.
Yeah,
give us a little quick.
I was getting nervous. I didn't know what was going on because we all had set up like this. I don't know.
Nah, because we usually do that with the artists, but we never did.
Sits up like that at the same time.
We never did this with him. I never. Yeah, we never did it with a comedian.
Because I set up too. I don't know what was going on. I was like, all right, we hitting this thing together.
We never did it for a comedian. So you know,
oh man.
I mean, give us something.
There's some stuff, man, that I love, man. Like I love comedy, man. I love, man. Shout out to my kids, man. I love my kids, but having kids is I was raising 3 kids at one time by myself.
Yes.
And it was a struggle, you know what I'm saying?
Congratulations.
Like 2 boys and 1 girl, and it was a struggle. So I remember, like I said, a lot of my stuff is real life stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I remember one day, like I'm downstairs and my daughter, she up in the bedroom and she called me. She's at the time, she's like 8 years old. Daddy, can I have some juice? Right. I said, baby, ain't no more juice time. It's bedtime. Like, I'm trying to get you in bed. I got company coming. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Can I have some juice? I say, no more juice time. It's bedtime. And about 5 minutes go by, she called me again. Daddy, I said, if you call me again, I'm going to come in there in my belt and put it to your butt, right? You know, Daddy ain't playing with her, right?
Right.
And so about 5 minutes go by, she called me again, telling me, Daddy, when you come here with your belt and put it in my butt, can you bring some juice with you? I said, this little heifer, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a daughter, right? Kids is crazy, man. But you know what I'm saying? You got to shout out the kids, but I don't like them, man.
Them girls.
Yo, them girls is crazy, man. But the boys too.
I got your 7 boys and 1 daughter. She's 4 years old.
Wow.
It's a difference.
Wow, different, man.
I know.
I can't stand these kids now, man. These kids get on my nerves now, man. Stress. I mean, my kids are older now, but like, you know, I've got some movies and stuff I'm doing. I'm in LA, so I get back to Philly. I get a new car and everything. You know what I'm saying? I got to show off now. You know what I'm saying? Get some money. So I get my new car and I get that thing all cleaned up. I'm riding around the city. I'm just showing off, right? I got the air freshener, smell like cologne, all that shit, right? That black ice joint. You know what I mean?
Black Nice.
Right.
You know what I mean? Little kid threw a ball, hit my car though, and I'm mad. I jump out of the car, man. I'm like, hey, get your little asses out the street.
Right.
This little kid talking about some, hey, get your little ass back in the car. I got back in the car, put my seatbelt on and everything. Had the lock switch, and I'm just driving like, don't make eye contact with them because they'll get you. Y'all see what they did to Cat Williams? They kicked Cat Williams'
But
ass.
he was like 11.
Yeah.
just husky.
A
You
man
feel-
down situation. Somebody get Hakeem off me. That's a man down. Hakeem is on, man. 13 years
Go
old.
check out
Hey,
Joe
y'all
the
go
Boss.
there and check out our Joe the Boss.
Joe the
man.
Boss, man. Welcome, Joe the Boss.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Please check it out, man.
Joe the
Check
Boss.
him out,
So
man.
before you leave, like we
Come on.
said,
It's your
tell them
time.
where they can find you at.
Right.
I mean,
Oh,
everything you got going on.
Instagram, Joe the Boss, the comedian. Like I said, Joe the Boss Comedy Lounge is 4445 Griscom Street. Come check us out, man. Tonight we're doing a comedy toy drive. So all the toys that be donated is going to the homeless shelter in Philadelphia. It's the Family Homeless Shelter, the the Red Cross Shield on Broad Street. So taking some toys down to them. And also just building, man. So if anybody want to come, what I do too, I don't tell y'all, is that I open up the club to other comedians. So if a comedian want to come through and rent the club out and have his own show, I give him a great deal. The whole package is, it come with security, it come with the DJ, it come with the waitress, it come with food, and it come with drinks. So all you gotta do is book your show and bring your people.
I know a guy
We coming.
named
Okay,
Michael
well,
Shields. He's
yeah.
looking-
Yeah,
he's looking
you know
to
what I mean?
come through.
Yeah,
Come-
right here.
and it's not even
right here.
expensive. I don't try to charge because
Yeah, I'm
the goal is
definitely
to keep
gonna need
people there. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I had to go around and I started paying for this venue, paying for that venue. If we actually got a venue that's already established as a comedy club, why not just do your shows here?
That's a fact.
You know, so that's what I'm looking to do. I'm trying to work with all the comedians. You know, stop going down there giving that place money and this place money, and you got a whole setup when you ain't got to do nothing but bring your people.
Fact.
We provide the food, the drink, security, the DJ, the waitress, everything already there.
Look out for the Common Ground and Joe the Boss collab.
Coming soon.
Yeah,
Soon.
Coming soon.
Check
Yeah.
him out.
Joe the Boss, man, started. I didn't tell you my name. When I started doing comedy, I started working at the ballpark. I was picking up peanuts down the ballpark when I started doing comedy. And, you know, at a job, you got 900 Joes.
Right.
So as the word going around, like, yo, you know Joe do comedy? And they were like, what Joe? And I actually made it to the supervisor position. So they were like, yeah, it's Joe, you know, Joe do comedy. What Joe? Tall Joe? What Joe? Joe do that? No, Joe the supervisor, Joe the boss. And it just came to,
Oh, okay, right,
that's
right,
how my
right,
name
yeah,
is.
yeah,
So when I
okay.
first started, I was just Joe.
Right.
Yeah, that's how my name came through. So like everybody was
the
asking
boss.
like, what
Okay.
do you know Joe do comedy? Joe do comedy. It's like, what Joe? Joe down the loading dock? Joe to drive the truck? Like, no, Joe the supervisor, man. You know, Joe the boss. That's your guy. Like, so yeah.
Yeah, I was
so-
gonna ask you. I thought maybe it was from the mob boss.
Okay.
well, that too, because
right.
I took it from that because my family my grandpa actually started the Black Mafia.
Yeah.
So that's another part of the story. But you
Yeah,
know,
we gonna get that.
yeah, we'll get that next time.
That's all that.
Yeah, that's shout out South Philly.
Yes, sir.
Let's get it.
It's your guy, and Philly G. Thanks for tuning in for another episode of Common Ground Podcast 22. I appreciate you coming out.
No problem.
And
No
you'll
problem.
see us coming soon, man. We got some work in the works for you.
Yes.
Thank you.
22 Murdoch. We on our way out of here. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We see y'all next time.
Whoopty.
Yeah, man. One more time, man. Let's give it up for one of the greatest comedians and one of the greatest men, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Let me get one of them closers like y'all did, man, because y'all smooth, man. Let me see
But,
how y'all do it, man. Yeah, it's Joe the Boss, man. Check y'all out in the field. You know how we do. Common Ground. Joe the Boss, my love in here. What you say, 1122?
Yeah,
I just 22.
Yeah, 22. I love it.
22. Whoop-de-whoop.
Y'all know how we do, man. If y'all ain't learned nothing from Joe, I can always say it's always somebody come up here and show you that dreams don't have no deadlines. But also
Right.
today, Joe showed you that, like he said, you know, just he was working somewhere and it wasn't really what he wanted to do. So he showed that sometimes you just got to do what you got to do until you can do what you want to do.
Yep.
And he proved that. You know what I mean? Uncle Shields, I keep it real, don't steal, and I pay them bills, man. We up out of here.
Appreciate y'all.
All right.
Joe the Boss, baby.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Thank y'all.
Excellence!